Good morning, Abuja.
Happy New Year.
Same to you.
You said the break was short, and I was wondering, those of us who didn't have breaks, what do we do? Good to have you this morning.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about persons living with disability in our country. Over time they've complained about not being carried along so much, and some of the challenges they're facing when it comes to, PVC collection. It's something that's quite tedious. People have to wait considerably for some hours to be able to get their PVCs. Understandably so, because not everyone cannot go in at the same time to get their PVCs. Now, what are the plans for persons with disabilities accessing or getting to collect their PVCs, and how easy is it for them? Did INEC consider them in the plans towards getting or collecting the PVCs?
Okay, thank you very much. Persons with disability, they have a special status when it comes to INEC. So we've made a considerable arrangement. We prioritize their collection of cards whenever anybody, PWD, comes to our office. They give them a special preferential treatment. So that's what we've been doing, and that is why starting from today, we're going to the ward level. That's in FCT. We have 62 registration area centers where our distribution officers will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday, Sunday inclusive. So we're doing it so that we'll go closer to the PWDs and prospective voters, so that they can go and collect their cards. But just as I've said, persons with disability have a preferential treatment when it comes to the distribution of cards, and even on election day, we're going to prioritize their voting.
Interesting. Even on election day, I was going to come to that. You were just very, on election day, it's quite an issue. But then I want to talk about the fact that I like that we're going to the registration areas, and people, it would be closer to you as an individual to get your card wherever it is that you're registered. Now, let's talk about persons with disability who have problems with their hands. And though, how is there any plan to, get them to vote? Because we do thumb printing, during the elections. How can we get these people to also participate?
Okay, let me just digress a little bit, bring a little bit of introduction to it. In 2019, we used the smart card reader for our accreditation. So, and after the 2019 election, because after every major activity of the commission, we have a review workshop where we look at the successes and some of the shortcomings or challenges. So after that, we came up with the issue of the beavers, because the issue you just raised, because the smart card reader was solely has to do with fingerprint. So now the beavers has a dual function. If your prints cannot be captured, then we take your facials. So you see the issue of those PWDs that don't have fingerprints or have issues with their hands, the facial recognitions will catch them. So that's a unique improvement on the previous 2019 general elections. So I think that one has been settled, the issue of those with non-fingerprints, the facials.
No, when it comes to thumbprinting and the ballots, for us, how do we identify that they're able to vote? How do we ensure that their votes would count? Because we also know that sometimes when the print crosses the line, some of those votes are considered invalid.
Yes, no, definitely. No matter what, the hands, there will be a provision. Even if it's the knuckle, you could just use it. So far, it's going to indicate on the ballot an ink that you've voted for a particular party.
Okay.
So, and that's why we'll have posters that will guide for the hearing impairment. So there's a voting procedure poster that will be pasted on the polling units to guide them on situations like that.
Interesting. I like that. We're considering them seriously and ensuring that they're able to participate in the 2023 election and the votes would count. Now, let's talk about what the turnout has been, especially for people with special needs. Have they been coming out to get their PVCs, and what has the process been like? And you mentioned earlier that there's special consideration for them and the given preferential treatment. But what has the turnout been like?
Yeah, the turnout has been very impressive, and I'm so happy because the PWDs are eager to exercise their franchise, and it's encouraging, and that's why there's still room for improvement. And I will commend some of the PWD focused civil society organizations that have been championing the cause, conveying them to our offices, like Inclusive Friends, Dean Initiative. They've been doing a yeoman's job, and I want to commend them on that.
Interesting. Well, the conversation continues with this morning. We're talking about, persons living with disability, and how they get to participate in the 2023 election. INEC has given us a brief on how it is going. Now, we have been talking with Mr. Dembaba, who is the CSO Youth and PWD's head of units, and he is talking with us and giving us an update and insight into what INEC is doing, and he's from the INEC FCT. You can join the conversation at any point. Feel free to be a part of the conversation this morning. We want to hear from you. 090. How's it been for you collecting your PVC, getting to get your card? I know a lot of people have come out in the last week to go get their cards. The date is closing up on us. It's the 22nd of January. After the 22nd of January, you may not be able to vote if you haven't already collected your PVC. So yeah, go out now, go get your PVC, and let us know what it has been for you since you've been trying to get your PVC. What has the experience been like? It's necessary feedback for INEC. The numbers to call to be a part of the conversation: 090-7353-0044 and 090-87668888. You can send SMS and WhatsApp messages to 090-9705-4450. Now, let's talk about the rights of persons living with disability in the electoral process. Before we get to that, let's bring in this caller. Hello, good morning. Now, some of you had complained that we don't open up the phone lines for you to interact with INEC so much early enough. So we're doing it early enough so that you can be able to make your submissions and ask whatever questions you have. Again, the numbers are 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. Now, speaking of the rights of persons with disability in the electoral process, what are some of the rights that they have as Nigerians?
First and foremost, they are Nigerians before maybe the challenges, the disability. So they have the right to vote and be voted for.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that's why, if you notice, the commission under the leadership of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu has taken it upon as he has a special interest in persons with disability, that's the marginalized groups, the gender, and PWDs. That's why he created a full-fledged department that deals with this issue of gender and persons living with disability. That's gender and inclusivity department in the headquarters. And in the state level and FCT, we have a department, the HOD, Madam Agnes Samakpe, an amiable lady, and me again. So it's work in progress though, but their rights is enshrined in the Constitution. And if you look at the Electoral Act 2022 that was signed, Section 54, 1 and 2 gives the persons with disability the right, whenever they go to a polling unit, not especially the visually impaired, they have the right to assign someone to guide them. And that is why in preparation to the elections, there will be ballot braille guide that will guide the visually impaired. We'll make provisions for magnifying glasses for those with albinism, and reasonable accommodation for the polling units. We've made sure that the polling units, most of our polling units are situated in a PWD friendly environment.
Okay.
Yes, whereby the physically challenged will not have an issue climbing the stairs, or maybe a visually impaired having issues or obstacle accessing the polling unit. All this we're doing, and we'll continue to do more.
Interesting. I like that you said they have the right to vote and be voted for. So it's not enough. It's not just that you can vote as a PWD. You have the right to also contest elections and win, and people would vote for you in those elections. Interesting one. Let's bring in a caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Opara Chukudi.
Opara, good to have you.
Yes, I'm calling from SHA Lugbe.
Okay.
As regards the collection of PVCs, I did my revalidation here in Lugbe. But I went to their office. The queue there is much. So, I wanted to know if there is any other alternative where I can, it's not good I go there and spend the whole of the day sorting out my PVC and it's not there. I don't know, because I was hearing that they are taking it to different centers and all that. So I want to know where is the quickest and convenient way that I should go and then get my PVC.
You said you did a transfer. Is that what you're saying, or revalidation?
Yes,
transfer to where did you transfer to?
Actually, I normally vote in my village in Imo State, but since the unrest in my local government, which is actually Osu, where you have the
the IPOP crisis,
yes,
or whatever.
Yes, the crisis. So, and I wanted to vote here in Abuja, so that's why I did a transfer.
What polling unit or area did you transfer to in Abuja?
It's Lugbe. I did it at Amak Market, Lugbe. That is where
Amak Market.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So he's going to respond to that shortly.
Okay.
Thank you
so
very
I'll
much.
go online and listen to
yes,
what
please.
you.
Just stay online. Just listen. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, how do you respond? He said he did a transfer to Amak. Yes.
Lugbe. Okay. That's under Kabusa registration area. Starting from today, he can go to the LEA in Lugbe, LEA Primary School, Lugbe.
Okay.
And access and collect his card.
See, it's easier now. Just go to LEA Lugbe and access your card. Let's bring in another caller. Okay, seems like we're having a difficulty with this one. What's happening? 09073530044 and 09087668888. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Paul.
Did you say Paul?
Yeah, Jipo.
Jipo, go ahead. Let's hear you, please.
Yeah, Jipo calling from me. Yeah, that's what I speak.
All right, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
I want to ask a question. Some persons did a fresh registration. That is the new registrations for last year. And when they went to the INEC office in at Maraba here, they said some of the batch were not available. That they should come January. That is this year. So I don't know if they are ready.
Okay.
That's why I'm calling.
When was the last time you checked?
That?
When was the last time you checked?
It was, I think, in December.
December
12 or 16 there, but that was the day we had to check.
Okay. You get your answer shortly. Thank you so much for calling.
Welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Are the cards ready?
David, your card is ready. Just go to where you indicated you want to vote. That's the registration area or the area council. Your cards are ready.
All right, interesting. I think the last time you were here, I made you promise that the cards will be ready in January, and it seems like you're a man of your words.
Actually, INEC.
Okay, INEC keeps to their word.
Yes.
Interesting. So your cards are ready. If you're one of those who are waiting in December, your cards are ready. You can go to the area registration area, which is where the area where you're going to vote, or you go to the area council office to get your PVC. Don't forget the date is closing up. Today is the 6th of January. By the 22nd of January, PVC collection would be wrapped up. Now let's get back to talking about persons with disability. What are some of the feedbacks you've been getting from persons with disability since you started this process of having an inclusive election?
Well, the feedback has been encouraging because they feel carried along. We carry them along, and they're very, very happy. And the disability is not a barrier. Presently in Nigeria, we have a serving senator. There is a PWD who was a former governor, and we have a lot of state assembly members that are PWD. So it's not a barrier, and from the feedback, it's so encouraging. I feel proud of myself that I'm part of the process.
Now, what are the indicators that INEC is doing a good job at, publicizing and speaking to the persons with disability, creating awareness, so that they know what their rights are, and when it comes to elections, and also, what INEC has put in place to ensure that they have a seamless, participation in the process?
Okay, this program, it's one of the one of the avenues we're trying to create awareness. We're organizing stakeholders meeting in our area councils, where we enlighten and we talk to the opinion leaders, that's religious leaders, traditional leaders, and representative of the JONAPID, that's a joint, that's umbrella body of persons with disability. And we've been engaging them, and just as I always say, it's work in progress. We'll continue.
All right. So this question I was going to ask, it's quite personal. Someone asked me a few days ago. She lost her, the sleep.
Okay.
And she's been panicky and worried that she may not be able to collect her PVC. Is there any arrangement for people, any plans for people who lost the sleep, that they were giving to come, that they can use to collect their PVCs?
Yes, we've made arrangement for that because, for instance, if she doesn't know her delimitation, that's the registration area and the polling unit, she can just go to our website, voters.inecnigeria.org, and check her voter status. She can either input her date of birth or the VIN number, and the details will pop up. So she can just copy the delimitation, that's like FCT is 37/ any area council. Then the last digits, you find a 00, it's either 001. She'll just copy it, then meet any of our distribution officers in our distribution centers and present that number. And
is there where you can search by your name? If you don't have any of these things, you can search your name, and that detail will pop up as well.
To pop up.
Interesting, makes it easier. All right, join the conversation 09073530044 and 09087668888. If you lost your slip, your identification slip, don't worry, just go online, check search your name or whatever, any other detail that you have, search for yourself. Once you're able to open it, get the details, you get to the collection center with that detail, your card will be given to you. So it makes it easier, it makes it a lot easier for us to do this. Okay, we'll be taking more of your thoughts and responses and your comments and questions in a bit. Keep it with us on your radio experience you can count on.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has fixed Monday 12th December 2022 to Sunday 22nd January 2023 as the dates for the collection of PVCs nationwide from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily, including Saturdays and Sundays. All registrants who are yet to collect their PVCs or requested for transfer of registration, as well as those who applied for replacement of lost or damaged PVCs, can now visit INEC local government offices where they intend to vote to collect their PVCs PVCs. Collection of PVCs will be further extended to ward level for those who are unable to collect theirs at local government offices from Friday 6th to Sunday 15 January 2023. Thereafter, the exercise will be reverted to the local government offices of the INEC until Sunday 22nd January 2023. Remember, only those with PVC can vote on election day. Collect your PVC now to vote. It is your duty. This message is brought to you by the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC, making your votes count, consolidating our democracy.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Okay, we have a few more minutes to wrap this up. Joining, if you have questions, comments, or concerns to raise with INEC, calling now 09073530044 and 09087668888. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. What's your name?
My name is Chigozie.
Chigozie.
Yeah.
Good to have you. Go ahead. Tell us what you think.
Thank you. Yeah, please. My question is, I want to get more this INEC, the INEC website where I can take my card online.
You can check your voter status.
Yes.
Okay. The website. What's the website again?
I just voters
Yes, website.
dot INEC.
Listen.
Hello.
Okay, you know what? Let's let you go, and so you can hear the website. Go ahead.
Okay. voters.inecnigeria.org.
Voters.inecnigeria.org. That's where to check your voter status. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's happening? Hello? Oh, it seems like we have to let that one go. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Ebere Duru. I'm calling you from Abuja here.
Mr. Very good to have you join us this morning. What are your thoughts?
Thank you very much, Prince. I thank the INEC officials for all the heads up given to members of the public, but I want to give a feedback, especially from other states. My family resides in Lagos, and they've been finding it difficult getting their voters cards. And if you go online as well, you find out that there is this complaints all over online where people from especially Lagos who are not of southwestern origin, with their names not reflecting southwestern names, they are finding it difficult getting their voters cards. I mean, you should take this as a feedback, and INEC should not allow itself to become the instruments of destabilization, because if this frustration continues, we don't want people to begin to react in a way and manner that may suggest that they are taking laws into their hands. People don't want to be seen to be purposely disenfranchised. The PVCs are there to be collected, but when you go to the INEC office, they tell you, come back next week, or come back next week, whereas you see others collecting theirs. I think INEC should look into this. Okay. INEC is claiming they've printed all PVCs and people should go to collect, but at INEC offices, people are not getting their PVCs.
I'm sure you're not experiencing, you haven't experienced that in the FCT. And anyway,
no, I don't think we've experienced it, but he needs to take back that, so they investigate their staff in some of these regions, so they don't aid politicians in rigging the elections even before elections commence.
All right, Taberi, thank you so much for calling. Have an amazing day. That feedback there is for INEC in general. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, seems like that one didn't sit well. Now, Ebere talked about people from other regions being unable to access their PVCs, but then we're talking INEC FCT. I don't know that you can respond to that, but it seems like this caller isn't giving up, so I wouldn't let them go. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. The network did you in again. I'm so sorry. It's not our fault. We'd have to let you go. So, in wrapping up, what would be your thoughts to? I'm hoping that you're going to take that message up. Take it up to INEC. National. If you can,
it's noted, and thank God, it's not FCT. Yes,
because that's your jurisdiction.
Yes, that's my jurisdiction.
Okay, let's bring in this final caller. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, another one. Network did you in? Hello, good morning. Okay, it seems like we can hear you now. Hello, good morning. Okay, gotta go again. Okay, so let's wrap it up. What are your thoughts what are your final thoughts to Nigerians as we draw closer and closer to the finish line or the deadline for PVC distribution? Because that's one of the most important things now.
Yeah, I want to call on all those Nigerian voters that are yet to collect their permanent voters card. They should please avail themselves. This opportunity is limited. The time is limited, so we should just take good advantage of the cascading the distribution to the RA levels and conduct ourselves in an orderly manner. Collect our cards, keep them safe on election day. Let's vote. Vote is no war. Let's vote our conscience for a great and prosperous Nigeria.
Very well said. Election no be war. Don't go and fight. Do your best. Conduct yourself well. Go to your RAs, your registration area. So if you registered in Kabusa or your Kabusa area, you can go there. Go to the area office. Go there, get your PVC. It's quite important that you do so. INEC is trying to bring it closer to you. So take advantage of this opportunity from today and ensure that you get that card. Get it. It's very important that you do. So thank you so much to you. Thank you very much for talking with us, Dambaba. Tim, thank you so much. You're head of units concerning CSOs, youth, and PWDs. We really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you very much.
And I hope that you enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you to every one of you who's been a part of the conversation. The conversation continues here. We'll be talking more. Keep it locked on your radio experience you can count on.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja. Are you ready for this?
Keep that frequency